Shalom. Today I'm going to share with you the Festival of Joy that is a dress rehearsal for eternity. The biblical feasts of the Lord are both symbolic and prophetic, finding their ultimate fulfillment in Messiah Yeshua, that is Jesus. All of the feasts were a source of great joy in Bible times as they gathered God's people together for a holy convocation, a sacred assembly known as a mikra in Hebrew. The ancient rituals and celebrations were and still are a sacred memorial of what God did in the past, and they are a dress rehearsal for future events and eternity. The feasts are still commemorated in Judaism today, and more Christians are participating in the sacred festivals every year. Yeshua attended the feasts of the Lord and the feasts of the people during his earthly sojourn, setting an example for all believers. We read in John 10, verses 22 and 23, that at that time the feast of the dedication, which is Hanukkah, took place at Jerusalem. It was winter, and Jesus was walking in the temple in the portico of Solomon. The festal seasons in ancient Israel were the most joyous events on the Hebrew calendar, designating a specific, unalterable time for family and friends to rendezvous with God in his holy temple. Enormous crowds of people descended upon the city of Jerusalem during the time of festal observances. Sojourners came from all over the known world, worshippers speaking many tongues and dialects, all longing to experience at least one feast in the land of their forefathers. This was the hope of every God-fearing Jew living in the diaspora, the adopted lands of those who had been displaced by persecution, migration, and divine judgment through the centuries. The Lord spoke to Moses regarding these appointed times in Leviticus 23, verses 1 and 2. It reads, "The Lord spoke again to Moses, saying, 'Speak to the sons of Israel and say to them, the Lord's appointed time, which you shall proclaim as holy convocations. My appointed times are these.'" The timing of all the feasts was determined by the first appearance of the new moon, which was regarded as the first day of the new month. The new moon, also known as the moon sickle, because of its sickle-like appearance, was a reminder from God for the people to bring in the spiritual harvest every month. God ordained specific times and seasons for the commemoration and celebration of his sacred feast. The Hebrew definition of the phrase appointed times provides keen insight to the mind of God. The term appointed time is moed in Hebrew, M-O''ed, and it means a feast. It's an unalterable season that was established in the heavens by the new moon. The term also refers to the migration of birds. We see that in Jeremiah 8, verse 7. Even the stork in the sky knows her seasons, her moed. And the turtle dove and the swift and the thrush observe the time of their migration. But my people do not know the ordinance of the Lord. Worship and festal observance should be as instinctive to God's people as migration is to birds. Tragically, God's chosen people strayed far from his laws and far from festal observance at various times in their turbulent history. The church also disregarded the annual feasts for millennia. Note that the 7 primary feasts are referred to in the Bible as the feasts of the Lord, not the feasts of Israel. Perhaps this is a subtle hint that all believers should enter into the joy of festal worship as preparation for eternity. If you would like to learn more about the mandatory feasts of the Lord and the feasts of the people, see my book, By Divine Appointment, available from BibleInteract.com and Amazon.